Okay, so let me click on here. We have more allies than enemies. We have more allies than enemies. Our best friends are the Blue Jay, or the Six Brothers, and the Blue Jays hate us the most. Uh, Talking God teaches cooperating is better. Friendly neighbors need to survive on our own. Okay, so I don't know. I think we need 5 allies in order to get a tribe. So, should we focus on making more friends? Or should we focus on uh, getting rid of our enemies? Neutralizing our enemies, let's say. So we've already got a trade route with the turtles and the herons. The turtles are known for their mad chiefs. That might not be the best, but the herons are known for reforming bandits, and they owe us a favor. So being in good relations with the herons might be okay. Being on Okay, we are on good terms with the fire quartz. We did that last time. The Nari are cattle herders. They're right next door. And the Arnerings are next door. They're known as skilled cooks. Their chief is Urenstand. No, they're not turtle beast men, they're just turtle clan. Turtle clan. The Orlundi, they're known for hunting prowess. Who else is nearby? I don't know. The Apples, they're known for dancing in every thunderstorm. They're already part of a tribe, though, so we're not going to get much out of them. Who are the Oromarth? They're known for horses. Ooh, okay. So the Oralmarth down here are known for their horses, and their main deity is Elmal, who is our Elmal. So we might have a good chance, because we're of the same god, we might have a good chance of getting them into our tribe. On the other hand, we do have that one... Yeah. Well, you know what I mean, they might. I guess that's the other thing, is improving relations with somebody would also open up a trade route, or help to open up a trade route. So we could go down to here instead of dealing with someone we've already got a trade route with. Alternatively, we could just turn one of our trade buddies into an ally. We could go for the turtles. I mean, we've got a trade route with them, and they're right in our backyard. So that would kind of help consolidate our tribal land if we got them together. They are known for their mad chieftains, though. I feel like that makes them a little bit chaotic to deal with. We might have trouble keeping them happy. But I don't know. The herons might be okay. Since we've already got a trade route with them, that means that we're somewhat neutral at the very least. So it might be okay to get them happier. Nari. The Nari are cattle herd, right? Okay. We don't actually have trade partners with the Nari. So that might be good. Building up a trade route with the Nari, since we kind of need some cows. But I don't know. I think that by already being trade partners with a clan, we're probably more likely to improve relations, since we're already favorably having trade. So, the Nari though? You want to go for the Nari? Okay. Let's do feast. Will our neighbors think better of us for inviting them, or will they look down at us? In moderation, feasting brings joy. In excess, it brings trouble. There's no point in having a feast if we don't invite neighbors. Maybe we should think less of our own pleasure and remember the gods only get to feast when we sacrifice to them properly. There's no point in having a feast if we don't invite our neighbors. Might as well hold a feast. We throw the best feasts in Dragon Pass. Invite the other clans. Let them weep with envy. Okay. So the first thing we need to focus on then is, will it be a small feast, a medium feast, or a large feast? Medium being the default. And then we'll invite a neighbor. Oh, I guess we don't get to choose which neighbor. We're just saying we invite them all, and whoever shows up, shows up. Yeah, Lismelder's a little enthusiastic about this. What is her specialty? Plants. Okay, well. So I guess the question then is, how big of a feast we want to throw? Yeah, I know. This game suffers a little bit from information overload, and then you just don't know what you need to know, what's actually important. I mean, so Clan Mood is worried, but the people themselves, the factions themselves, are okay. So we might be able to get away with a small feast, but that might also impact the relations with whoever comes. If it's going to be a small feast, they might think of us as being skimpy on it. So should we just do medium, since that's default? I don't know how much food this is going to take from us. Could do large. Yeah, that's true. So we could do a large feast. I don't know how it's going to go in fire season, but people might come because it is fire season. Okay. Let's do large then. Large feast. Oh boy. Ophir, the young child of Karls, Arkilla, and Orelkarth, disappears from their stead. A search finds his unconscious body out in the bush. He has 2 puncture wounds on his neck and has lost a great deal of blood. The people are afraid a vampire is loose in the area. Oh boy. They say vampires are weak, but hard to track. We must perform a preventative ritual for the boy, then we can think about what to do about the vampire. So they both say conduct a ritual to protect Ophir. Vampires serve the chaos god Vivamort. Okay, chaos. That's good. Well, I mean, it's not good, but it is because because we're friends now with Urox, the fighter of chaos. Anyway, who teaches them infecting others with their unliving magic. If this vampire preys on little boys, it should not be able to stand against true warriors. If we find it, we must send only a few weapon thanes so it will not sense our approach, so she thinks we need to go out there and hunt it. Both Urox and Humacht despise vampires because they are undead creatures of chaos. we can't afford to sacrifice now, so she thinks we just need to go hunting. And he says, cure the boy first, or the people will be afraid of what he might become. Then go after the vampire. That makes sense. Yeah. Vivamort is the guy you can only say the name of a few times. The one who can be named a couple times a week. That's... So, generally the opinion is split between conducting a protection ritual and then going to hunt. But I think Gareth is actually maybe speaking wise words for once and saying, protect the boy first, then gather ourselves. We do not actually have the Urok's blessing active. We've learned the blessing, but it's not active. So we may end up having to sacrifice for that protection. There it is, it's right there. The vampire. Anyway, so shall we just conduct a protection ritual and then see what we can do later to go hunt this vampire? I imagine this is starting like an event chain, so we'll probably have to deal with this again. Yeah, chop down the tree and make stakes out of it, and then we can go after him. So, should we do option 1? At least try and save the boy from turning into a vampire? Alright. Conduct a ritual to protect Ophir from the vampire's magic. Ophir did not become a vampire or chaos creature, and even recovered from his wounds. We knew our ritual had worked. Okay. So, next thing. Should we go hunting? Or should we maybe sacrifice to Urox first to protect us? Or Humacht to protect from the undead? She said that they serve chaos. So it might be chaos magic. Do another sacrifice to Urox. Urox might already be on our side since we did that ritual earlier. So let's do a little bit of sacrificing to Urox. For protection, what do we want to sacrifice? We got plenty of goods. Do maybe 7 goods, since that's the minimum. I see, I don't know if this sacrifice is the same thing as the other kind of sacrifice, though. But we did sacrifice already, so maybe that counts still, and giving 7 more will be enough? We're kind of going down in our cows, and that makes me nervous because then we don't have enough for plowing. We're past the plowing season, but... Okay, 7 goods. Let's see. Uh-oh. 7 goods, minus 2 magic. Oh, okay, that's fine. God Talkers said the signs were good and Urox has heard our pleas. Okay. Oh. I thought we were going to go after it. Okay. Whoops. I didn't realize I was only going to get 2 shots at that. So we should have just gone hunting as soon as we got him. Well, I don't know that we won. We got protection from Chaos, but that didn't necessarily kill the vampire. See, I thought that maybe we were going to get a little bit of a buff there, and then we were going to be able to go hunt it with the protection of Urox, but kind of seems like now the vampire is still out there. We just have protection from it. Clan mood, however, is reserved now, so they're a little bit better. Okay, what does everyone think? Got some sick people. People are still not pleased. Well, we'll give that a minute. People are very healthy. Clan fertility is assured. Yeah, okay, well, I don't know. Yeah, it's just Count Chocula. Okay, well, it's still fire season, so we probably don't want to go doing too much craziness, but we need some cows. Let's look at farming here. Our herds are too small. We are down by a cow. So, it being fire season, it is the raiding season. We could go try raiding again. We have not had great luck with that. Or maybe we could just go trade. We got a lot of horses, and we got some goods. I think our trade routes are pretty decent. So, should we send out and try and get some cows? Oh, wow. Okay, go get some cows. Let's trade for some cows. We'll send a caravan. Now, the Nari, we know, have the most cows. And we've already got a... We don't have a trade route with them, but we are neutral with them. So I'm gonna say we'll buy some cows. What are we gonna sell? Goods and horses? Also, we should probably think about maybe upping our protection since we always seem to get attacked. I don't know. I think horses will breed naturally, but it seems like we get given horses a lot. I think we're out here to buy cattle, not goods. We got plenty of goods. Our trade routes actually seem to be bringing in a lot of goods, so I think we're fine on that. So sell some horses. Should we send some goods, though? The more we send, the more we might be able to get. And if we increased our caravan size, we might even trade more. Right, yeah. Well, and also, opening more trade routes would give us even more goods, so... At some point, that might be worth doing, too, with the Nari, but... So anyway, Should we sell some goods along with this? Like I'm thinking that we should maybe increase the caravan size to get more cows. But I think the bigger it is, the more people you have to send. So okay, we'll sell some of those. So like if we increase this to say 5 and 10, we'd probably protect this middle-sized caravan. But I don't know how much protection that would offer us from a large caravan, you know what I mean? But we're definitely struggling to keep up with the cows. So we need as many as we can get here. Okay. Let's do a 5 and 10. And then should we increase our caravan size or should we just leave it? See what this brings in. Okay, we'll leave it. Send them off. And it's now Earth season. So we got some harvest, so we got some food, that's really good. They took quite a few goods. They took quite a few goods with them. That's okay. If they bring back a lot of cows, that's even better. Okay. So everything's okay. So we only have a few more seasons here to perform that hero quest. We did put magic into the hero quest, so if we don't do it, it's going to be a waste. We only have one magic left, however, for our own purposes. But if we're going to do hero questing, we should probably go talk to somebody and try and get a little bit more of our lore. So I would suggest we go talk to the Fire Quartz if we're going to do that, and see what we can get out of that. I don't know how the seasons affect hero questing. I would imagine dark season is probably not the time to do it, but storm season maybe, although storm season seems a little bit chaotic. But I honestly don't know how we want to deal with that. But at the very least, we should probably be learning some more lore. So should we do that? Go talk to somebody, try and learn some stuff. So if we go talk to... okay, we're talking to the Fire Quartz, we can ask for info. Okay. So by default, we're sending 3 and 5 to protect Anaran. We could also bring some stuff with us. Let's go back a minute and let's see how many horses that took. 51, so they took about 10 horses as well, but we still got plenty of horses. So let's see here, we're talking... okay. Info. Should ask the Lysang to repay us what they owe. Allies and enemies, our chances of forming an alliance are best with the Oromarthi. Okay, so that's important to note. These are the guys that have the horses and they are the same worshippers as us. When in doubt, give gifts. The Blue Jays hold us in low esteem. They won't want to see our emissaries, but might listen to an offer to end the feud. Our mission may encounter bandits. Extra guards would be a good idea. Yeah. Okay, well, if we're going to go ask the Fire Quartz for some lore, let's talk about how many we want to send and what we want to send with them. We could probably afford to send some horses. In fact, that's about the only thing we can really afford. I mean, we can still send goods. I don't know what our minimum goods is that we want. But, we seem to be trading for quite a few every year. So we could do a couple horses, couple goods. Maybe bump up our footmen a little bit. We don't want to leave ourselves completely unprotected. 4, 8, few horses. So like 2, 3 horses. More. That's good? Okay. We will send this and see what we can get. A man who looks like a Tusk Raider comes to your Tula. Ah, here we go. As if expecting a welcome. The man claims to be Thedart, the explorer of your clan, who was taken by Tusk Riders and presumed dead. Remember, this is the guy that we said we aren't going to hold a sacrifice or anything because we don't know if he's dead. He says he was tortured by the Tusk Riders and left to die of exposure on an altar to their terrible god. But the god spared his life, changing his face so he looked like a Tusk Rider. Their god meant it as a grim joke, but you are my clanmates, and I know you will accept me even though I am disfigured. Who knows what terrible magics the Tusk Rider god is capable of? Send him away. We must be thoughtful and not act on our feelings alone. Unfortunately, we are losing one of our clan ring, who is not here right now. I think it really is Thedart. You may return, but we will be watching you. If this is Thedart, we are still permitted to outlaw him. We would not be the first clan to outlaw a person without just cause, so he admits it would not be just to do it. I think this is Thedart, but we should send him away anyway, lest his gruesome features distract us from our battle against the undead. She is obsessed with the Walking Dead. However, we do have a vampire roaming around, so maybe she's onto something and we've just been ignoring her this whole time. The people are worried that it is not Thedart, but some kind of monster. We must either reject him or allay their fears. So, I personally am pretty sure this is Thedart. This is a continuation of that storyline. So, everyone is being pretty conservative. There's a lot saying we should just send him away, although Loricon here says that outlawing him would be wrong. But we could try and convince the people he should be allowed to return. Just let him return? Okay. We'll just say, okay, you may return, but we will be watching you. Mood went down, but we've brought him back. He said, I expected a better welcome than this, but I will prove to you that I am the same Thedart I was before. His words do not quell the worries of the people who were afraid he would turn out to be a monster. Aaron, our caravan is back from the Nari. We traded 40 cows worth of goods, 40, and 8 horses for 77 cattle. I'm no warrior, but I did notice the Nari have 13 weapon thanes. Okay, so he's telling us that we are slightly more powerful than them. So 44 goods, but he didn't take 44 goods. Or 40 goods, I should say. Did lose 8 horses, though, so... Anyway, your emissary, Anarin, approaches the Fire Courts to seek information from them. What does she ask them? What does she think? If we know that someone is going to attack us, we can trade for safety by giving them gifts. Who should we fear? No. We are here hoping to learn stories of the gods. Do you know any secret stories of the gods? Aside from other clans, who should we fear most? You heard prophecies that might affect us. I wish to know about chiefs of another clan. Okay. So these are the things that we can learn if we ever go learning about information. Basically, we can gossip about everybody in town, but we are specifically here to try and learn the secret stories of the gods. Mood went down again. They would not tell Anarin what she wanted to know. The gods do not favor you. Uh-oh, said the Chief Brambrig. Ask again when you have truly earned their blessing. I don't know what that means. Boy, that was not, that was not good.